Hey guys, it is Brooke with the Junk Parlor, and I went on a pick yesterday and it ended up turning into 2 picks because while I was out, I got another text message about, hey, can you come over and buy some stuff, help me clear out some space. I already had the trailer hooked up, so I was like, hey, let me just swing by on my way home. So it worked out perfectly, and we're supposed to get a snowstorm, so it really worked out perfectly because I'm getting that done before we get this next wave of bad weather. Let's see what I got. I'm probably gonna need to chunk this up into 2 videos because I got a lot of things. So we will kind of see how it goes and how long it takes, but you might want to go and watch part 2, this being part 1. Yeah. Okay, so remember, if you like what you are seeing, be sure to click subscribe and give me the like on your video that you're watching. And I do have playlists, so if you are also an antique dealer and you're looking for some tips, you can check out that section, or if you just love antiques, you can check out the section for all of you antique lovers. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of my favorite things is this old cast iron mailbox. Somebody has put a little bit of green paint here, slapped it onto the front, and this bad boy is amazing. So if you followed me for very long, then you know how much I freaking love green. But I really try to be a good antique dealer. My house is pretty empty. I legit try to sell everything that I buy. That is super important because if I keep all the good stuff, what else am I gonna have to sell? Hey, then I got a chicken feeder. Now, I like this one because it has feet and it's already polyurethane. I have some other ones that are gonna be cheaper that don't have poly on them and don't have the feet on them, but these are great centerpieces on your table. And then I also have this one, which it's funny because I keep one of these on my bar and we put our dinner plates in it so that the kids can just grab them and go. And so this one, again, it's already polyed and it has the slots too. So that is a great repurpose for something like that. Then I caught a couple of suitcases. So this one, I actually have 3 stacks. So the other ones that go underneath it, and I'll show you. But I did use these to pack things in because this was a surprise second pick. I didn't have totes or boxes or anything with me. I got tons and tons of little kid books. I really like books. I love the covers and the names of them. So this must have been some kind of set, but I got a lot of books and I'm not going to go through and show you all of them. But if you're interested in anything like this, all you need to do, my mother-in-law loves giraffes, even though she is overflowing with giraffes. I do tend to always get those. Even though I have them on here and you can definitely message me, but I sell a lot of this stuff during my Facebook Lives. I do one on Sunday at 7 p.m., Tuesday at noon on Facebook if you want to go over there. Otherwise, drop in the comments anything that you're interested in. We can figure out a price and I'll walk you through how to ship with me. So we got some spice tins. I did get quite a few amber little bottles. I love little bottles, and amber seems to be hot right now. I really think if you have a bunch of people on Instagram put pictures of a certain thing, that becomes the hot item. So if you are an antique dealer, you need to scroll on Instagram, see what's popular. You can do it on Pinterest when you go in to do like a search. It'll tell you what's trending on Pinterest, and so you can kind of check that out as well. Got another suitcase. But then you pay attention to what's trending, and those are the things that your customers are going to want to buy. And so you buy those things. So this wooden tote, I don't really like the color of the wood, but what you can do is simply slap some paint on there, and then you're going to have a completely different look. You could also, that has some sealer on it, so I could strip it down. Bleached wood is super popular right now, so you could sand all that sealer off or use stripper and then spray it with some bleach, set it outside, and then it's going to really lighten the wood and change the look. So that is always an option as well. Of course, I got a lot of buckets. This lower one, oh, I love it. I love when they have character and paint chips. And then I got a ton of funnels. These are pretty big ones. But funnel Christmas trees are really popular, even though it's not Christmas time. Still always looking for things like that. You can also take, here's a magnet, you can also take and put like 3 holes, do chains, and then this is now your flower basket. So that's a great idea. You can also use it to be the base of a Christmas tree, or even just like a tree you're gonna leave up year round. You can stick a dowel rod with like a flag on it, or anything like that as well. I did get some, what I call medium-sized things. So they take up a little more area. This one's awesome because it's ice cream, but they're still very simple to ship. So this looks like an old cheese box or hat box. Someone has added some upholstery nails to it and painted it, which it's Valentine's time, so I think that that is good timing for that. And again, you can always paint it. Okay, next up we have our cooler here. This, I think it's called tartan, is super popular. Any thermoses, coolers, those things are definitely popular. We've got this plunger for washing, but these are great. Again, it's already sealed, bonus. But you can set this by your toilet and then put your toilet paper rolls on here, and paper towels. You could do that by your kitchen sink or by your utility sink. Okay, I had somebody needing a copper boiler, and I actually got 1 copper boiler at each pick. That same girl is looking for some cutting boards with handles, so I grabbed this one thinking of her. And then I have another good customer who's on the hunt for some blue bottles. I always have blue bottles, but of course, since she was wanting a bunch of them, I only had a couple. I also had somebody message me about Atlas jars, and I didn't have any, but I grabbed a couple when I was out today. I normally don't grab jars that are just like a mason or a ball jar, because I normally have a lot of them. This is probably newer, but these are great. You can take this off and fill it with collections. Scrabble tiles, spools, keys, buttons, buttons for your clothes, or buttons that pin on as well. And that one was a different one, is Presto. So all of these are going to need a good washing, but none of them got broke in the trailer. So that is always a bonus. And then this looks like homemade, but kind of cute little scoop that you can put a candle in. I love these old vintage, I think they're compotes, but you can put a cloche on it and make it a little riser. And so I really like those. I did get some spools. I already have some ideas for Christmas next year where you can use these and make some feed sack Christmas trees. So fingers crossed I can convince my mom to do that. Got lots of little enamel bowls, and I did get enamel on my other pick as well. And then I think this is newer. It's just been sitting outside, but I loved the look. And if I can get the lid off, you could put some cool things on the inside. Now, I got so much Christmas. This whole box is ornaments, and then I have another box of these as well. So basically, these are all just vintage Christmas ornaments. So those are awesome. This little pot I just thought was super cute. Check out the little handles here. I do always like old tins that you can set above your kitchen cabinets. We got our mobile oil can, and then this mop bucket has obviously been used as a planter. because it's got leaves and stuff in it, but it's got a great shape and a look, and so I was excited about that. Enamel colanders, I've been trying to grab those at any time I can. I love them when they have feet or a base like this one does. You can just set this on your counter and put your fruit or vegetables in it. And then we've got a couple little pans. So I'm guessing these go together. I'll need to do a little bit of research. But this brown splatterware, it's definitely something different. And I always joke that I am not a history buff when it comes to antiques. I just buy it because I like it. So a lot of times I have no idea what something is, but I like it, so I buy it. And then I got this big glass pig. I think it would have had a cork on it because there aren't any turny things. And I can't ever think of words either. I still can't think of it. Anyway, doesn't have the twines, that's not the right word. So I think it had a cork in it, but this would be super fun. Okay, so I sell mystery junk boxes also. And what that is basically you can do a month subscription, 3, 6 months, and we have two different price points. You order it and then you get a junk style survey emailed to you, and you complete that junk style survey. And then I use that junk style survey to basically as a grocery list to go and pick for you. And one of the girls in the group loves pigs. So I take those lists and, kind of make a mental note or write things down on what I need to be looking for out on my picks, especially if it's not something that I would typically buy. And then I buy for their mystery junk box, and then those get shipped out each month. So this is new, but I still loved it. I thought I could incorporate it into something to sell or just use it in my house. Then we got this awesome wood bucket. I don't even know what it is. It's made like a cheese box or a hat box or a pantry box. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. This cute little oil can, another huge wooden spool. My in-laws are looking for some little, or not in-laws, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are looking for some coat hooks like this. So I think I found 3 of those. I think they'll like those. Got your little measuring cup. We've got this coffee tin, which is, I have no idea how old it is, which maybe it's not that old because that is actually plastic. But I had somebody looking for some different coffee cans than what I normally get. Normally I can definitely find Folgers. And then this is full of shells. I didn't really want the shells, but he's like, you get whatever is in it. Chest, I think they normally would have had a doll or doll clothes in it, but I couldn't resist that. This has a whole bunch of sacks in it, and I loved the goose on it. So I thought that those would be good for a project or just to sell as is. I got this, what do you even call it? Croquet ball, which I love those, and I have others, so I'm always grabbing those. I really like the color on this piece of pottery. I'm guessing these used to be something for butter, and that one does have a chip on the lid, but I didn't care. And then we got this little firkin. It's super cute. Kind of has some yellow paint on it, which I do have a girl who is wanting to stack some. So I've been on the hunt for those. And then just a simple little crock here. These are great to put on your counter, and then you can put your utensils in them, and that is a cool look and a good look. And then we got this little probably homemade wagon. It's pretty deep, and I could tell that she had stuck a bunch of filler in the bottom so that whatever she was showcasing would actually show. This is a toothpick dispenser, so I thought that was pretty cool. I've got a girl that collects little oil cans, cute little grease coffee pot. And then check this out. It's made out of walnuts. Somebody sliced them all up and then made this little bowl. Super funky. And it's polyurethane. Pretty cool. Always getting garden tools. This one has some good green paint on it. And then otherwise we've got stuffing in there. Next up, we've got this sled. It is a great shape, and it's really lightweight. So somebody had stuck on something here, so I'll have to work and try and get that off because I don't want that on there, but I love this. This would be a great centerpiece on your table for the winter months, and then you could do a whole little vignette on top of it. Absolutely gorgeous. And then this sled is a little one. I sold all of my sleds this year, and so now I've bought 2 more, so I'll be ready to go for next winter. But that one is a cute little shorter guy. So that's what I got on this pick. I was already out and I got a text message to come by, so I'm super glad and thankful that I got to do that. Because I knew the girl that had all of this stuff. She would sell. She used to have a booth, and then she mainly sold like newer things and crafted things that they made. And she passed away, and she was special because, try not to cry, when I first opened my shop, she always came out. When I opened my brick and mortar, she brought me a plant, and I still have the plant, even though this year I forgot to bring it in when it got cold, and it did freeze it. So it's just back to being a little starter when it had gotten ginormous. But I am not a green thumb, and she very much was. But she lost her battle to cancer, and so her husband was getting rid of some of her stuff because, like I've said, all antique dealers, we have tons of shit lying around. And so, he needed to clean out some of the stuff that she had because you can only keep so much. So it was a special pick. It was an extra special pick, and I obviously got some good stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing what Pam had. She also had some awesome furniture, but I'm only shipping things now mainly, so I had to just say no.